Today we're going to have a showdown between the Pampered Chef stand mixer and the KitchenAid stand mixer. That's today on Cooking with Chef Fred. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time visiting, we welcome you here. If you're returning, thanks for coming back. Today we're going to look at the Pampered Chef stand mixer and the KitchenAid stand mixer and look at the differences of each one. This is a showdown. So now let me just tell you about the KitchenAid. I've used the KitchenAid for many years, and in using the KitchenAid I loved using it. I don't have any bad things to say about the KitchenAid. The Pampered Chef has come along and has added some nice features to it, and I just want to tell you a little bit about what those features are today. So let's start off with, let me turn it around here, and you can see that on the KitchenAid we've got the cord wrapped around the base of it. Let me get you in a little closer here. You can see that the base that the cord's wrapped around. On the Pampered Chef we have a storage place here on the back where the cord wraps around on the storage as well. Now on this stand mixer you just have speeds on and off. On the Pampered Chef there's actually a switch here that turns the unit on and turns the unit off. We have that switch. Now on the KitchenAid there is a switch here that allows the tilt to come up and down, but one thing about it is it does not lock in place, so it can fall down on top of you. On ours we have a switch back here that raises it up and it locks in place so it does not come down on you. You have to lift the switch up to get it to go back down. So that is one of the differences. I had mentioned that it has an on-off switch, which we will turn that on, and I will show you that we have a digital display with a timer and programmables on it, and I'm going to go over that with you in just 1 second. The bowls on both of them, the bowls both get turned on into the bottom of the unit. Now this particular one on the stand mixer is a little over 4 quarts, and on the Pampered Chef one it's a little over 5 quarts. So the bowl is bigger. Now we will look at the paddles. The paddles are about the same, but one of the big differences is on this paddle you have the scraper, and this scraper helps scrape down the bowl so you're not constantly scraping down like you do on the KitchenAid. And then we have the aerator, the whip. We have that. This one has it too, but I don't have it out here. And it's got a dough hook on it as well. So that latches into place. Now as far as the speeds, this one goes up to 10 speeds. The Pampered Chef has 8 speeds. The KitchenAid is a little over 200 watts, 250 watts power. The Pampered Chef one is over 500 watts, so it's a little bit stronger motor. It's going to handle your dough and those things that take a little extra power. It's going to handle that. So let's take a look at the digital timer now. I want to see if I can get a close-up of it. Okay, so on this, let me I'm going to put the paddle on it, and it's just like the KitchenAid. It has a notch that goes in and it turns to go in there. That is locked down. And now you have your timer. You can do a custom setting, you can do knead, you can do whip, you can do mix, and you can do beat on there. But let's look at whip. Now what you do is you turn it to whip, and you press this key, and then you can set the time, how long you want it to time for. So we're going to set it for 2 minutes and 30 seconds, and you click that and it begins to go. Now one thing that is good about this is it just went up the second gear, now it's up the third, and it's up the fourth, fifth, so I'm going to turn it off right now so you can hear me because the motor's a little, not that loud, but you won't be able to hear me. So it has a programmable setting. So what that's good for is I can set this. It starts off on the first, which is real slow, and then it rapid goes up like you just seen. And you can do this, and what you can do is you can go over and do something else. You can wash dishes if you have something on the stove you want to cook. If you have some cleaning to do, whatever you have to do, you can just set it and forget it. You can leave it and it'll mix, and then when it gets to the time, it will cut itself off. So that is one of the major features that it has that is really, really good. Now another feature that we have is on the KitchenAid. It has got a place here that you can put different attachments to. And on the stand mixer, the KitchenAid, you can see we have that gear as well. Now they don't have any attachments out right now, but they are working on getting some attachments that you can put on there, like maybe the meat grinder or the spiralizer. Those are different ones that you can get for the KitchenAid. They both have the shield that goes on that you can put so your stuff doesn't come out, and you can put your flour in without it going everywhere. They both have one of those. Now one of the biggest differences is this stand mixer is really pretty heavy. The KitchenAid is really light. And on the KitchenAid, on the Pampered Chef one, we have back here in the back, we've got a little slot right here that you can put your hand in as a handle, and you can put your hand over on this part, and you can lift it and move it around on your counter. This one's a little difficult to do. You can grab it here, and in the back you don't really have a handle, so it makes it a little bit difficult to move it around, plus it's heavier. So that is the showdown for today. You can pick which one you want. If you've got the KitchenAid mixer, you might not be in the market for the Pampered Chef stand mixer. If you don't have one though, I recommend the Pampered Chef stand mixer just because it has more features and it's a little more up to date. That programmable control is a game changer. Now, this is January 9th, 2024, and currently this runs for $399. I looked up the KitchenAid and I found it for $329 at Kohl's. So it's a little bit cheaper. But if you're interested in getting the Pampered Chef stand mixer, you can host a party with me. And when you host a party and your sales gets to $200, which is just about 3 or 4 orders, you get a half price item. So this can go from $3.99 down to $1.99 when you host a party with me. So if you're interested in hosting, please make sure that you do that. So that is the showdown of the 2 stand mixers. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please look at my Pampered Chef playlist on this channel. Look at the different ones that I have. And this is Chef Fred saying, happy cooking, bon appetit. We'll see you in the next video. Bye for now, guys.